Hello everybody, welcome back to Mark's Beer Reviews. Today we haven't got a beer review for you, we have got a bit of beer chat. I've been to Morrisons. We went to pick up a play chair for my daughter and we went via the Morrisons in Norwich. I went in for the Jam Roly-Poly beer and came out with two massive bags full of the new release beer out of Morrisons. Let's just go through it, have a little chat about it, because there's some really sort of exciting stuff in here in these bags. Now before I start, all of these beers that I bought were part of the 4 for 3 deal that Morrisons now operate. So if you like, I've got every fourth beer free of charge. Works out alright, doesn't it? Let's dig in then. First one, we're going to do these randomly. It's from Wild Child, and it's a can of their Shoot to Thrill. Is it a Southern Hemisphere? Yeah, 6% Southern Hemisphere IPA. I thought I kept the receipt, I didn't, but I've got a funny, these beers, most of them were around the £3 to £4 mark. There's a couple that are over that. But yeah, Wild Child then, they were the first sort of brewery that I ordered beer from directly a couple of years ago. I got a load of stouts, and to be honest, I wasn't that impressed, but their IPAs I did quite enjoy, so I'm hopeful for this. Second one is one of my favourite supermarket brewers, or breweries that put beer in the supermarket in a heavy way, and that is from North Brewing. It's called Invisible Cities. It's hazy IPA at 6.7%. I've seen the back of the can. It's got coconut in it, so I'm sure that's like the Sabro hop. Yeah, excited for that. Now, I am excited for these because I had a couple of beers. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the branding. I don't know what, because you do drink with your eyes when you're in the shops and you're trying to select beer. But I've not had many beers from these guys until Paul's Beer Reviews raved about them at BeerX. So I'm excited for this. This is Mad Squirrel Roadkill, and it's a New England IPA, 6.5%. I think that one was about £3.50. Most of these were around the £3.50 mark, to be fair. We're going again with some very similar branding to the previous North beer mentioned. We've got a can of their Transmission. And it's an IPA, 6.9%. East Coast meets West Coast, apparently, on the back. Like I say, North generally do some cracking beers on the supermarket shelf. So they had quite a few new ones actually, so I was really excited for that. We've got a Hazy Dry Hopped Ipa from Ridgeside. Now Ridgeside done that beer, was it called Thicket, that bramble sour? I wasn't a fan of that, I have to say. But I'm going to give them another chance, because obviously this will only be the second beer I've had from them. This was 4.8% in a 440 can, like I say, about £3.50. Moving on, because we've got loads. Here we go. We've got a gluten-free West Coast Pale from North Brewing called Open Space. Look at the North branding. It always looks mega, doesn't it, the North branding? This is a 4.5% West Coast Pale, like I say, in a 440 can. North I'm excited to try these North beers. I keep banging on about how good North are. I just need to get my face into their beers. And now we've got a beer from Kirkstall Brewing. It's called Spookan. There you go. It's a West Coast IPA coming in at 6%, and like I say, around the £3.50 mark. What else? The beer I originally went in for, because I saw it on Instagram. Jam Roly-Poly from Northern Monk. I'm just going to tap the back of this GoPro. There we go. The Aunt Bessie's kind of collaboration beer, should I say? Yeah, look at that. Northern Monk, Jam Roly-Poly. It's a jam and custard pale ale coming in at 4.5%. I believe that was £3. Yeah, I believe it was £3. Good. Can't remember. I don't know what happened to the receipt. Next one. Oh, I've doubled up. There's another can of Transmission. I've doubled up by mistake. Now, I'm quite excited for this. Salt and Drop Project Glide. Two cracking breweries. The can art looks amazing. It's New England IPA. 7%, is it? Yeah. There you go. I think that was £4, this one. I think this was £4. But yeah, two very good breweries going all out. in the supermarket. Obviously, I think this is Drop Project's first supermarket soiree. So yeah, look, we'll see what comes out of that. Next one is a 330 can from Saltaire, and it's a can of their Velocity, which is a session IPA at 4.1%. Saltaire generally do some quite good beers. I haven't had much of the Saltaire craft stuff. I've had a lot of the bottled stuff. Normally quite good, their traditional stuff, so I'm quite excited for this. And there was another 330 from Saltaire. There we go. This is an Australian New Zealand pale ale called Full Tilt. It's 5.2%, and I think these were about £1.50 each, these smaller cans. What's this one? We've got this from Brewdog. Now, I don't drink a lot of Brewdog. I literally buy it for the channel. It's called Silk Road. It's a 6.5%. Was it lychee and mango hazy IPA? I'll reserve judgment until I drink it because I don't want to talk about adjunct beers yet again. You know what I'm like with that. This one's quite interesting, actually. This is an Omnipollo Imperial Stout at 11%. Pecan Mud Imperial Stout. Generally, Omnipollo do these, they don't even call them beers, do they? These lemon meringue, raspberry ripple rubbish. I mean, that blueberry stout thing or whatever it was. I don't know, that Black Forest Stout thing they released. I don't know, but this is just a pecan Imperial Stout. What can go wrong? That was also in the 3 for 4 deal, which is insane. Then we've got this beer I'm excited for because it concerns one of my closest big craft breweries. Not Thornbridge, Burnt Mill. There you go, Thornbridge and Burnt Mill have collaborated on a beer called Riffle. It's a West Coast IPA at 7%. There we go. I think that was about £4 that can. Thornbridge, despite a lot of people saying they don't, Thornbridge do produce some good beers. It's just, yeah, it's normally the cask stuff and the keg stuff that you get in pubs as opposed to the supermarket stuff now. I didn't mind the dry pour, double dry hopped, or the double dry hopped dry pour. That was quite good. But yeah, Burnt Mill produced some cracking beers, probably some of the best craft beers in the country. So yeah, excited for them to get with Thornbridge. What's this one? This is a hazy IPA called the Fabulist from Magic Rock. Obviously gone through some changes the last few years, Magic Rock. I don't drink a lot of Magic Rock. I used to drink a lot. Well, back in the day, probably 5 years ago, like 6 years ago, when I started my craft beer journey, I used to drink quite a bit of the Magic Rock, from the Magic Rock, but I just don't anymore because they've just been very, very mediocre. We have got next up an American Pale Ale called Sumo from Mad Squirrel. There we go, 4.7%. The branding looks cool, doesn't it? I don't know why. I don't know why I always ignored Mad Squirrel. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Oh, I thought I got another beer. Now we've got a West Coast IPA called Puppet Master from Brewdog. I'm hoping this one hasn't got any adjuncts in because it's been a good while since I've had an adjunct-free Brewdog beer because they just, yeah, put all sorts in their beers, don't they? But yeah, it'd be quite interesting to try that because the West Coast IPA that they brewed on behalf of Cloudwater that made it into Tesco's, that was really, really poor. But I'm going to reserve judgment. It could be good. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping Brewdog do make a return to making some good beer. Now, this one was quite interesting, actually. Glen Affric, with their Highland Suntan, their extra pale ale. I've noticed, actually, they've just started doing this flagship range stuff. So maybe they've, I don't know, 4.9%. It's won a couple of World Beer Awards. What's it won? European Beer Challenge Gold. A couple of those. Asia Beer Challenge Gold. World Beer Awards winner and World Beer Awards Star winner. I have had this beer before from a Glen Affric brewery order that I put in. And I remember I quite enjoyed it. I'm hoping it's the same beer that I did try. I'm hoping they haven't adjusted the recipe for the supermarket market. And then finally, probably the beer that I'm excited about the most. Now, I do bang on about Northern Monk a lot. I just done a recent video talking about their Expedition, our Hazy IPA that was excellent. So I'm really excited for this because it concerns probably one of my favourite new breweries. I had a beer from this brewery last night. It was a red IPA and it was insanely good. And that new brewery is Rivington. Where are Rivington from? Like Manchester or somewhere. Get in the comments, tell me where Rivington are from. But I've had a few Rivington beers now and they have been absolutely excellent. And they've collaborated with Northern Monk to produce a beer called Order of the North, which is a double dry hopped IPA. It's 7% this one, isn't it, I think? Yeah, there you go, 7%. There you go, the Rivington logo there. This will be, I'm absolutely certain, this will be banging. I'm absolutely certain of it. Northern Monk, for me, do some of the best supermarket beer. Teaming up with one of the brews that's probably going to have a huge year in 2022, Rivington. I am excited. I thought I bought, to be honest, I thought that Magic Rock was the tropical. They brought out a beer called like High Wire Tropical or Tropical High Wire. I think they must have changed it from the grapefruit version because they did do that beer before. I thought I bought it. I didn't. I did bump into a guy actually. He's on Instagram called Hoppy Guy. He's got quite a big Instagram following. And I kind of sort of looked down and he was like taking a can of each. And I was like, have you got YouTube or Instagram? And we had a good chat. So yeah, hello if you're watching, mate. But yeah, there you go. If I'm going to pick a top 3 out of all these beers, ones I'm excited for, I am going to go for absolutely that. Like I say, 2 cracking breweries teaming up and bringing you some decent beer. I believe that was £4 that can. I'm excited for this because of Drop Project and Salt getting together, and the can looks absolutely insane. And I'm actually excited for. I've talked them down in terms of their supermarket stuff. I've talked them down for a long time, but I'm excited for this. This is just a pecan Imperial Stout. Like, there's loads of those about. It's not normal Omnipollo where there's tears of a Lithuanian angel in it. It's just a straight up pecan Imperial Stout. It's not got any weird stuff in it. North Brewing, obviously, I've got to mention those guys. I am excited for this as well because of Burnt Mill. If anyone's had Burnt Mill beer, you will know why I'm excited. But yeah, great selection of beer. How many beers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 beers. Like I say, this isn't even the whole range actually, because I know North actually put Pinata in a 440 can. Like I say, there is another Magic Rock called High Wire Tropical. There's loads. There is actually another beer from Wild Child, but it's like a jam. What is it? Lychee jam IPA milkshake thing. I don't want to know about. I'm not even going to waste my time or money on that rubbish because I just know I've had those Wild Child's beers before with all those adjuncts in, and they were rough. But yeah, there we go. Huge selection in Morrisons now. Like I say, 20 plus beers. So I know not all Morrisons do it. So my local Morrisons, which actually is in Diss in South Norfolk, they will almost certainly not have this amount of beer. It's quite a small Morrisons. In terms of like the beer selection is actually quite small. But the Morrisons in Norwich seem to have the full new selection. And there were other new releases on the traditional beer side as well that I saw, but I don't really do traditional beer. I should really call this Mark's Craft Beer Review, shouldn't I? But yeah, exciting times ahead. We were waiting for this for a long, long time. I've said it on videos and in live streams and all the rest of it. I was like, Morrisons, come on guys, like, come on. And they've backed it up. Fair play to them. It was worth waiting for, I think. I will get a few of these out on the channel. Well, quite a few of them out on the channel. I'll probably enjoy some socially and on my own. But yeah, I'll bring you the good ones. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe if you would. That'd be amazing. And get in the comments if I missed any. Like I say, I definitely know I've missed the Magic Rock High Wire Tropical, and I know I left the Wild Child milkshake, raspberry milkshake IPA thing on the shelf. But yeah, let us know if I've missed any others. I was quite surprised. I thought we might get the Yorkshire pudding beer that kind of went with this one from Northern Monk. I thought that one might be on the shelf, but it's not. But yeah, get in the comments if I've missed any, guys. thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video before this one, which was the go-karting video. If you haven't seen it, give it a click. It is an amazing day. We were karting with Jimmy Broadbent, Super GT, Le Mans and British touring car drivers and all the rest of it. It was absolutely insane. And it was in the snow as well, like properly blizzard conditions driving go-karts. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.